Hi, I'm Shayla with Revolting Science Resources, a company designed to bring the principles of project management to academic research scientists. And in today's video, I'm going to be walking you through how to set up a booking calendar. So, first, what is a booking calendar? A booking calendar is essentially an easy way for people to sign up for time on your calendar. So, there are a lot of different tools and softwares you can use to create a booking calendar. Today, I'm going to show you one of my favorites, which is called TidyCal. But the whole idea is that you can just send somebody a link and they can easily sign up for available time on your calendar. Some of the reasons I think that this is really great and that all revolting scientists should use it is because it's really going to cut down on the whole back and forth between trying to set up a time to meet with somebody. It also allows you to really easily just create timeframes that you're available for meetings while also making sure that any other things that pop up on your calendar are preventing people from actually signing up in that spot. So even if I shared, my meeting link with you a week ago, if something's changed on my schedule, I don't need to update you about what's changed with my availability. You can just click a link, see what times I have available for meetings, and then select one. So it makes it a really easy and simple way to just kind of prevent a lot of the back and forth of like, we need to set up a meeting and how should we do that? So in this video, I'm actually going to walk through setting up an account with TidyCal as well as creating our first booking calendar. So you'll see that once you start up with TidyCal, there are actually 3 events that it already has set up for you. So there's this 15-minute meeting, 30-minute meeting, and then a 60-minute paid meeting. There's not too much that you would need to change for a lot of these, but let's go through a couple of them. So for this 15-minute meeting, if you click edit, you can edit the description for that, the name if you'd like, the duration. You're also able to set whether or not this is a weekly booking or there's specific dates that you want this booking type to be available. Then you can actually define your weekly availability. So you can either set windows of time that you're available, and you're also able to add windows. So say I'm actually also available from 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. I can set that here as well, and then remove it if I'd rather not keep it. You can also add any unavailable dates if you'd like to. But one of the really great things about a booking calendar is that if I actually have an event on my calendar already, it won't say I'm available for a meeting during that time. So you don't need to go back and forth editing this constantly. As long as it's a window of time that you're generally available, any conflicts that come up should be able to be detected by TidyCal and nobody can sign up for those times on your calendar. If you want to use any of their advanced booking settings, you definitely can. There's a few I would actually recommend changing. So one is how far out users can book ahead. You can definitely change this however you'd like, but depending on the type of calendar this is or what it'll be used for, it might be useful to change how many days ahead of time people can actually book on your calendar. Also, you're welcome to add any meeting pads or buffers. So essentially, if I want to have 15 minutes between meeting times on my calendar, that might be really useful, especially if the events are in person. I might need to walk across campus, or I know that typically these meetings tend to go over a little. I can make sure that I have that time booked into my calendar so that there's no way people can book multiple time slots where I'll be late for the next one. Also, there's this setting, which I would highly recommend changing, which is basically how far in advance within hours people can book on your calendar. I would recommend changing this though to something closer to 12, 18, 24 hours in advance, just so you know for sure that a meeting was booked on your calendar. You also will receive email updates. So there'll be multiple ways that you'll receive notifications about that. But overall, it's still a good idea to just make sure people can't book time on your calendar too soon before that actual date and time. And then for a 15-minute meeting, makes sense that the available time slot intervals are kind of 15. This essentially means that at either 9 a.m., 9:15 a.m., 9:30, or 9:45 a.m., someone could select a time. You can always change this though. So say it's really fine, any minute interval that's available, you can just set that to 1 minute and they can set a time that starts at 9, 9:01, 9:02, etc. Also, location. So you can set a location for this booking type. Probably no location would be a good default. And then if they are in person or require some online video conferencing, those can be added later. But you also can add online video conferencing if you'd like, or select a custom option in which you list a specific location that these events will take place. You'll notice that you see a lot of these kind of symbols talking about some of the specificities that are only available if you were to upgrade to a paid plan. Most of these things are not going to be incredibly necessary for the generic types of, just making sure people have a way to book time on your calendar. But if they ever are, again, TidyCal is really great, not only because it's a really great functioning booking calendar, but also because it has the cheapest rate I've seen by far for a booking calendar. It would be $29 and you would only pay that once. So it's not a subscription. So highly recommend if any of the kind of advanced features that do require having a paid plan seem appealing to you. Then if you have any questions that you want to ask the person scheduling, you're welcome to. TidyCal will automatically collect their name and email. But if you have any other questions, like tell me what you're hoping to talk about today. And then that way people can type that in and you can see that on the booking calendar. As a note, you can also change the type of question that's listed here. So if you want a date or a drop down checkbox, all those options are available for questions that the invitees would be answering. And then this button right here basically just means that you can actually send people a link to your booking page, which will include all of the booking types that you have. If you ever don't want one of your booking types to show up on that page, you can just click this toggle and then they won't be able to see or sign up for a 15-minute meeting from your booking page. But if you sent them the link directly, then they'd be able to actually book a meeting with you. So that's pretty much all the settings I would recommend making sure you look at, change, and update. And then you can just click update booking type. And then it's all saved. And then pretty much you can just copy the link. And then what we'll do now is actually see what that looks like. So this is what the 15-minute meeting booking calendar would look like for someone trying to book time on your calendar. And I had a lot of availability that I set when I was making this calendar. So there are a lot of time slots available. But you can see that I can move ahead, select times that I'd prefer. People can just select whatever date that they'd like to meet with you, select a time, and then put in their name as well as their email, and then book that event with you. Then you'll receive an email and it'll automatically get added to your calendar. So that's the 15-minute booking type. If you actually go back up here to booking types, you can see there's also 30-minute and 60 minutes available. I would just definitely recommend checking and changing the settings on the 30-minute one as well. For the 60-minute one, you'll notice that this booking is off. And if you try to toggle it on, it'll actually give you this error. That happens because to have any bookings that are paid, you would need to upgrade to the paid plan. So to remove this paid booking type that you can actually select on, all you have to do is just delete that, click OK, and then create a new booking type that we'll call the 60-minute meeting. You'll give it an event description, change the duration to 60 minutes, and then you can fill in all the rest of the settings as preferred, including the advanced booking type settings. And then you'll just create this booking type. And then that is all set. So let's check out our 60-minute calendar as well. And so you can see that you can still select everything in 15-minute intervals, but once someone books that time, it'll actually just block a whole hour off of your calendar. So these are pretty much all the booking calendars that you're welcome to make, and you can make as many as you'd like. So if you want to have one that's 45-minute meeting, feel free. One of the other things you can do is actually have this whole bookings page. You can also send this link to people and they're able to sign up for any type of meeting that they'd like. Another cool feature of TidyCal is that you can actually also create date polls. Maybe this would be something that's really useful for coming up with a lab meeting date or trying to get your committee together. Although I would definitely recommend something like Let Us Meet, which has some other functionality that I think would be useful for committee meetings. But this could be something really useful, especially if there are just a few options for dates that are available and you just need to see which are going to have the most people. You can give your event a description, set the duration of the event. So maybe, for example, this event is 45 minutes, and then you can add some different dates. So they'll automatically set the end time for the duration of the event. So definitely keep that in mind. And then you can always add a new date, set it to whatever you'd like. Maybe we'll just say the 27th. And maybe this one will be 12 p.m. instead. Then you can select the location or create a custom location if necessary. And then you can create your date poll. Let's take a look at what this one looks like. So this is what the example date poll page looks like. And what you can do is if you're the person who received this link and you're interested in basically saying which dates and times you're available for an event, you can select as many as fit within your schedule and then submit these dates. That'll ask for your name and your email to be able to submit. And then once you do that, if you actually go back to the date polls, it'll show that the number of votes and the percentage of votes for each date within the date poll. It'll also show you which people actually selected those as options. So that's another really cool feature of TidyCal that goes even just beyond setting up the booking calendar. As a couple of other quick notes, there's also this My Booking section, so you can just see every booking that you have coming up. And then also, if you have any interest in kind of keeping tabs on different contact information, that's also available. But overall, that is TidyCal, and that is how you can kind of set up a booking calendar and just have a way to really streamline setting up meetings or scheduling meetings with one or multiple people through either the booking types or the date pool options. So that's it for this video, walking you through how to set up a booking calendar in a date pool within TidyCal. I'll actually put a link in the description box for TidyCal if you want to check it out. The free version should be sufficient for most uses of a booking calendar, but if you ever do need a paid version, I'll also put an affiliate link to the paid version of TidyCal. So you're welcome to check that out as well. And if you do end up setting up a booking calendar, feel free to add a comment to the description box and just let me know some of your favorite ways to actually use a booking calendar. That's pretty much it for this video, and I will see you later. Bye.